Hello web warriors, welcome back to Dev Made Easy. Are you ready to explore fascinating visuals and cool designs? Get set for an amazing journey as we dive into the world of 3D cube animation. In this video, we'll review the secrets behind creating awesome 3D effects that will impress your viewers. From bright colors to cool transitions, we'll guide you through every step. Make sure your creation shine. Whether you're a pro or just start out, this video is full of tips and tricks to make your project stand out. So come along on this journey and let's unlock the magic of 3D cube animation. Don't miss out, hit that subscribe button and let's unleash your creativity together. Let's get started. Alright, let's start reading from scratch. Okay, start from the beginning. Let's create our files structure. Ask if I want to add this to the GitHub, I say no. And here let's give the title, okay? It's gonna be 3D cube. Let's say 3D cube animation effects, because as you saw at the beginning, it's more than one. And let's also have a style.css, okay? The same question again. If I want to add to the Git, I did it already, I don't want to, I cancel this. And let's have a link connecting our markup to our CSS, okay? I'm using Emmet here, link.css, and yeah, it's done. Now let's open this on Chrome, and we're gonna be code on the right, and you'll see the results on the left in real time. First, let's create our markup. It's going to be very simple, as you will see. Let's have a div with a class of cube. And inside this one, let's have a div. And in the div, we're going to have the 4 spans, okay? Let's first of all create the first one. Give the style of -i and 0, okay? Let's copy it 3 more times. So we have the 4 sides of our cube. And let's change the zeros to 1, 2, and 3, okay? So our markup is almost done, okay? It's that simple. On the CSS, let's have our CSS reset, but right before we have a CSS reset, let me explain you why we need the CSS reset. Let's go to the border here, min height, and let's have a border to show you that different browsers have different default numbers, okay? As you can see on this line here, there is padding, there is margin, and we don't want that. We want to work with our own numbers. So let's get rid of margin with margin 0, get rid of padding with padding 0, and box size is going to be border box, okay? It's going to be easier to work with width and height. Now you understand why we have a CSS reset. Let's get rid of this border. We no longer need it, unless you want something like that, I don't know why. And let's apply some configurations here to the body. Display is going to be flex, justify content along the main axis is going to be center, along the cross axis also center, putting our content right in the middle. And the background, let's pick a dark color here. Let me see this one, okay, looks nice. Following the sequence, now let's grab the cube, okay, and let's apply some formattation to it. The position here is gonna be relative because there is something absolute to it, children. The width and the height is gonna be 300 pixels, make it a square. And transform style preserve 3D. This is very important to create the illusion of a 3D effect. Alright, and now we want to tag the div elements that are children of the element with the class cube, okay? Position is going to be absolute. From top 0 and from left 0, align the top left corner of the child element with the top left corner of the container. The width and the height is going to be also 100% of its container, okay? And let's copy and paste it here for the same reasons to keep the illusion of a 3D, okay? Okay, and now we're gonna tag and style the span elements, okay? They are descendant of the div. Let's start with the position absolute. Then let's align the top left corner of the span elements with the top left corner of the container. The width and the height, set the width and the height of the span element to match the width and the height of the container, filling the entire space. And very important here, let's apply a linear gradient here, going from this color FF6 to the second color here. That's gonna be 68A 7D4. Okay, yes, that's it. 68A 7D4 is a bluish color. Yeah, it's beautiful. And now it's very important here. Let's transform and rotate in Y direction. Apply a 3D transition to the span. It rotates the Y-axis dynamically. Give it a impression of illusion of a 3D, okay? And as you can see, you're using the same variables that you have in the markup. We are rotate the 3D and position the element in the cube space. Let's go back here to the cube and let's make some adjusts, make it become a 3D, okay? So the transform, let's say rotate in the X direction, okay? And let's say minus 30 degrees, make it tilt a little bit. Let's also apply a animation. Let's call that animate. It's gonna be 4 seconds. It's gonna also be linear and infinite. So it's gonna be forever, okay? This is gonna be spinning forever. Okay, let me make it bigger so you can see the code and also the result in real time. We talked about animation, but we don't have that yet. So underneath this, let's have a keyframes animate, and at 0%, let's have this tilt here. Let me just copy, cut and paste on the X minus 30 degrees, okay, as you can see, and rotate in the Y direction. In the beginning is gonna be just 0 degrees, okay. This is at the 0 progress. Let's duplicate this one, and we need second else at 100%, make it spinning forever. If I can type here, okay, at 100%. We are gonna change the rotating Y direction to 360 degrees, making a complete full rotation, as you can see on the left. Okay, so at 0%, it's gonna be rotate Y, it's gonna be 0 degrees, and at 100%, it's gonna be 360 degrees, completing the full rotation. Okay, and yeah, the next step here, let's have a top, because it looks like a box without a top on it. So let's put a top. Okay, it looks like we have a box without a top of it. So let's create a top div with the class of top. And now let's apply some effects to it down here on the CSS. Okay, first of all, let's pick this up. Okay, top. And position is going to be absolute. From the top, 0. From left also is going to be 0. Let's also give the same size, 300 pixels by 300 pixels. Let's give it a color, okay? It's going to be 2G, 2G, 2D. We can see it, all right? Let's put it in the right position. with transform, rotate in X direction. Let's rotate that 9 degrees, okay? And let's put it up, okay? Closing the box, we translate Z, let's say 150 pixels. And yeah, now our box has a top on it, right? All right, and now let's solve the last puzzle of this project, okay? Let's have those lights under this cube. The content here for the pseudo class before, when the class top is going to be nothing, empty, okay? Position absolute. And we want to start at top left corner, okay? So top 0 left also is going to be 0. Let's give a with a height of 300 pixels, make it square, okay? Let's give a color so you can see it. And we're gonna create that right on the top, and we don't want that on the top, okay? So we have to move it away. Let's do it now with transform, translate a z-axis. Let me show you if you have 100 pixels, it will be up here. But we don't want here, we want under our cube, okay? So let's say minus 380 pixels, and yeah, it's right where you want. We also need to blur it, okay, a little bit. So in order to do that, let's use the filter, blur, let's use a high number here, 20 pixels, and yeah. Now let's have a couple of box shadow with different spread and opacities, okay? There is a link down below that's gonna send you to my Facebook page, and you can copy it from there because it's a couple of them, okay? So box shadow 00120 RGB. Let's pick the color here. I match color. Let me just duplicate this one. Remember, you don't have to type this. You can copy and paste from my Facebook page, okay? It's gonna be easier. And the guys who are subscribed to my Patreon, they have the source code, okay? If you want to become also a patron, you'll subscribe and you have access to all our source code. All right, let's make a couple of changes here in the opacity. Here, .4. Let's say here, .6. .8. And .1. Okay, is 10%. Let me delete this one, it's in the wrong position. Give a save, and yeah. So that's it for today. I really hope you like it. If you like it, you know what to do. Like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next week with another nice project like this one. Bye bye, and I'll see you as always in the next one.